Hi guys, it's Wolf Inc. here, and today we're here with another Railroads Online video. And as you can see, there's snow everywhere. It's so cool, and they've added in cabooses and some different things with with this update that they just dropped. It is super cool. So guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna go get a caboose, because they added in cabooses. I'll show you guys real quick. Don't mind my misclick there. So as soon as I seen this in the patch notes, I had to come in here and look. But see, there's the caboose. I think it might have been in here for a second or two, but there's the caboose. We gotta go get it. We're with Link right now in the snow, so hopefully there's no snow buildup on the track, because I haven't checked that yet to see. But it is super cold, so let's get this fire going, and let's just see what we get into today. I'm excited about the snow, guys. This is dope. I've wanted to, yeah, childhood dreams. Don't mind them. And this is not what I was planning on. I was planning on getting set up for a video, and I seen this, and I was like, oh, okay, never mind. I gotta record this. We gotta go look. So we gotta go past the waterfall at some point. So we are gonna be picking up wood for sure, and we've got to, well, beams if we have any for sure, and we're gonna be going past that waterfall to see if it's frozen or not. The water down there kind of looks frozen, but kind of doesn't at the same time. So we're gonna see how the waterfall looks eventually, but let's go ahead and get across this. This is so cool. I have read some comments, and they do want to say that they want to see the track be a little bit more realistic, use some more metal bridges here and there, and that's definitely going to happen, guys. Don't worry. That is something that it will happen for sure. The track will become more realistic, especially as the game gets more developed as we go along. And originally, the first reason why the first part of the track from the crossover to the smelter is so roller coastery, kind of like this, is they didn't quite have the borders around the map set up very well. Like they didn't match the rest of the with the actual map that you can see on the map in the world. So we when we were building that line, and I'll show you guys when we get there if I don't forget, we kind of actually bounced against the barrier of the border for a long bit actually, and so that's why it kind of is bouncy like it is, because that's literally what we were doing with the track. Is we would try to turn it back that way, we hit border, so then we would stop there, go until we didn't hit border again. Now that they've adjusted the border on the map size, we can go ahead and push that track and follow the ridge line like I originally wanted to, because originally we weren't supposed to be able to take Link or Henry, those type of locomotives, across the board or across the ridge to like the coal mine, the smelter, and the iron ore mine. We weren't supposed to be able to, but this line is our first line. It's our line that we'll use for emergency trains like we have done in the past or whatever we're doing. That's what this line will be for. Um, Now we're going to have lines in between the tracks and all that other great stuff for more of the efficient, I'd say that in air quotes, you guys, I know you guys can't see it, but air quotes, efficient routes to get to the other places in between. Those routes will be strictly for like Jack and Davis, because they can handle those grades, and those grades will probably be about a 6% grade, whereas all of these are no more than 3% in most cases. So would you look at that? I'm just getting so distracted, and look at all of this snow. I really sure and I hope we don't run into snow drifts on the track, but if we do, guess what? We have Link, and he has a snowplow already set and ready to go for this. So that is I love the fact that we're going through snow. You know what would be a real thing to think about? Is back in the day, when the steam locomotives were shut off in the colder environments like where I live and like up here, how did they keep the water from freezing in the tanks? Because to my knowledge, they didn't have any heaters in the tanks, like any tank heaters to keep them warm. So only a way that I could think would be an efficient way to keep the tank warm, especially if it's in the tender back here, would be to keep the locomotive running so it didn't freeze the tank, unless they managed to have a anti-freezing material into it. So I'm getting distracted over there by that track. Cause see, that's right where the yard to the smelter is, and I'm trying to see because it looks like there's snow buildup on the, or there's snow on the groundwork. So that's gonna be interesting. Are we having issues today, Link? You've not once ever died out here before. Maybe the water's just getting so cold. Maybe the water was cold. Who knows? That is cool. I love the snow like that. And it's still falling. I wonder, it would be really neat is if they added seasons in, I think. Because the snow would be cool, but you're going to want times where it's like, well, today I don't really feel like riding with snow. We're going to let Link sit here and warm up for a bit. Or catch fire, whatever he needs to do. So, but anyways, this bit here, this will definitely be more realistic. Don't worry. A lot of the track will get reworked. These are just primal routes to get to everywhere, so we have something to... Oh, shoot. Okay, never mind. The way that that was sitting over there, it looked like there was snow buildup on the actual track itself because the track wasn't showing. I was like, oh. But there's Jack sitting all the way over there. Anyways, enough squirreling. This will be more realistic once we get there. So this will be more realistic once in the future. It'll be kind of follow along the ridge over here and kind of go up and around, and it will, that's what originally what we wanted to do. But as you can see here where it's doing this bouncy back and forth stuff, that's where we were hitting borders and stuff. And that's back when they had the border sitting back all the way over here. Now I think they've moved it all the way back there because I can access that ridge back there. I've actually laid track all the way over there, or groundwork over there once. So here soon we will be redoing this, and we will be adding metal bridges and different things. This was, like I said, this was just a primal route to get from point A to point B to see how well it was going to be. Once we get to the point here soon, we'll start making it more realistic. We'll actually push it back because we originally wanted to run this line along this mountain ridge all the way down, and we wanted to keep it at like a 1% grade, so that way we could keep some height for that switch that's all the way over there, which, as you can see, we've got a pretty good height, and we've got a nice plateau here we can kind of sit on if we needed to. This will all be cleaned up here soon. Like, it's going to be cleaned up and looking good again. Hopefully Link is ready, and I will definitely meet you guys at the crossover this time. Look at that, guys. It looks like there's been a avalanche over there where that track is. The way that the snow's coming down, it makes it look like there's an avalanche there. That was cool. That's awesome. And look at that, guys. That is the crossover with all the snow. That is cool. I'm really liking this snow. I'm glad he added it in, and I hope it either the snow kind of stays or there's a time where it'll phase out and phase in, kind of like a season in a way. I think if they added in seasons, it would be pretty neat. And if you guys are ever curious, the reason why this one we're okay with sticking it above the ground, or as high off the ground as we are, is because you can see there's actually groundwork below it which the bridge is on. So it's actually got a support, it does still touch the ground. So that's why, like, that section we can get away with sticking away from the mountain a little bit and being so high up in the air. Alrighty guys, we are back and we have everything hooked up, all the tier 1s hooked up to us, and we're going to be taking them over to the Sawmill real fast, and then once we get that done, we'll take the empty train back over here, we'll load it, drop it off into this track right here, and we will build our tier 2s, and then we'll take Betsy down, pick up the caboose, come back up with Betsy, and put the caboose on the back of the train, hook it up to Link, and get Link ready to go back over to the coal mine. So it's going to be a little bit of it, or not to the coal mine, my bad, to the sawmill. And then after that, well, we'll have to see in the next episode. So, what we're going to do, the way that this track is set, and we have already got all of our switches set to get to the sawmill here. We're literally going to go around the loop. We're going to switch onto the main, or the crossover line right here. And we're going to go out to the main crossover line, take it down to the next diamond, and then take that diamond and come back and basically corkscrew our way, and then we're going to go up to the sawmill from there, because that's how we do it. So you guys will at least get to see the process of how that works. Alright, this will kind of also help you guys understand, let you guys understand how the crossover is supposed to function. So we just grabbed all of our cars from there, so that's awesome. Now we just got to get to going where we're going. We're all switched the way we need to do. The way we need to go. English, please, would be really helpful at this point in time in my life. All right. So it looks like so far we're all set the way we need to go. Got to go under that small little bridge. Oh, I didn't check those switches over there. I think they're actually bad too. When I say bad, I mean switched wrong. That one's good, so never mind. Yeah, so never mind. Okay, we Gucci. Never mind. We can keep on chugging away. Yep, so we'll hit the diamond just like so. Basically going to be back to right where we came in from, or where we started at the whole run of things. But this saves us a whole lot of switching back and forth, and we can get all of our switches ready and come out of this just fine. And then when we fill the cars up, when we drop, or we come back with them empty, English please, we can come in and just basically come the same way that we did. Switches will be set, drop those cars off, and then be able to pull out on the opposite side and start getting some of those tier 2s ready with Betsy. Okay, so we're gonna, oh, not what I want. We're gonna make sure that Link is all ready to go, because that first little hill is gonna be rough. We're gonna want at least 30 pounds of pressure to go up it. Put our sander down. Rails could be icy. Come on, Link. Do not want to stop whatever we do. It's too much weight. We really need to come up with a better solution than a bridge, but whatever works, right, guys? At least for right now. And then we'll come through. Okay, so soon we can start letting off that throttle. And now we're going over the crossover. So we've been through this section quite a few times already. And there's Davis all the way over there. Okay, we'll go and cut power. Because now we've got enough weight going downhill, it'll pull the rest of the weight that's coming uphill already through it. And these switches, I hope, are set right. Okay, that one's set right, that's good. The next one won't be. Actually, not the next one. The one after the next one won't be because we had to leave that way. I'm actually not entirely sure that that one will be either. Oh, we're gonna spend most of our time running for. Oh, we're gonna just have to do this. And that'll slow it down. Luckily, this time we don't need to come in and back up like we normally have to for those. Which I need to get some setup here going to where you can come in that way a lot easier. And switching before that, so yeah, we are set bad for that. Good thing I came down here and checked and stopped. Alright. See, without the caboose, you can't tell if we've lost a car or not without counting it. With the caboose, we'll be able to see if we've lost a car and detect which way we've gone, or detect how long our train is, or where the end of our train is, rather. Because with this way, it's kind of hard to tell, but if you have another, basically like what I was going to do with a boxcar, I was just going to buy a boxcar to throw on the back of the trains, so we can kind of also see where that end of the train is, and it's easier when you're backing up, it's easier when you're like trying to judge a distance, all kinds of stuff, especially when you get with those longer trains. And this is a 17 car train right now, and then if plus one for the tender, so it'd be technically 18. Because this is not powered. This is its own little car that's heavy. It's dead weight. Whereas this, yes, it's heavy, but it provides its own power. So that's technically a car too, even though it sticks with the locomotive. All right. That is neat. That is cool. And we're, yep, that's like this like 18 and a half cars roughly. That loop is anyways. That's cool. Okay, so we got to start paying attention. Because that is where we're trying to sell. And I think he's done stuff, or they have updated this. I can't quite remember where or how or who, but I think they've updated it so we don't have to worry as bad about where the stopping points are. We want to scooch up just a little bit more. Alright guys, so we are headed out of the sawmill now. We've sold all of the wood there, the logs. And now we're going to be headed back to the crossover, and then we're going to go pick up the caboose and get all the tier 2s organized and ready to go. So back over this bridge again. Okay, we'll start cutting our power, applying some brakes. Use the shift key there. Thanks to you guys. I know about that. Okay, all of our switches will be set to pull right back in the same siding that we pulled these out of. And then we'll go get our caboose. I like these tier 1s. They handle the track really well, and almost anything. Alright guys, we are on our way down to get the caboose from the crossover, we had to do some adjustments, and I went ahead and moved those tier 2s back over to where they're supposed to be. So all we got to do is come in and pick up this caboose and take it over and put it on one of the sides of this track here. So we are actually headed, now we're finally headed down to get the caboose. I thought we were ready to go earlier. Yeah, I was wrong. But we should be able to get there relatively quick. We're going to be taking Betsy just like the good old days, which is kind of why I wanted to show you guys. It's because, so that way you guys remember what it was like for old Betsy here to make that journey. How what Link and Henry and Davis and Jack and all of them make it look so easy and quick. Or quicker. You're about to see what it used to be like with Davis. Or with Jack, Betsy. Whoa. Okay. Alright, so now that we're heading on main line, we're going to go ahead and crank her all the way up. Okay, so we're coming into the freight depot here. Passing the roundhouse. Oops. Not the right one. I don't know what the reverser. Got off the brakes. But now we at least have a caboose to pull behind us. It is so awesome. Like, I'm so excited about us having a caboose, it's not even funny. And it puts us back down a little bit, but now we have a caboose to pull with us, and we have a nice little warm spot to sit and rest for a second if we needed to. And yeah, it's gonna be awesome. All of our switches should still be set to go down to the other, for the one line, where we just picked the tier 2s. Which will be awesome, but we gotta go back around them, so we're gonna keep on going this way, and then when we get there, we're gonna go take the far outside lane, and get behind it, and put this car, or this train behind it. Well, yeah. So out of the way, if we put the caboose out, set up like this, we're gonna be putting on that one side. Which I could use this diamond real quick and maneuver Betsy around and put it on the right side if I wanted to, but at the same time I really don't want to have to be taking a fully loaded train all the way around that loop again. Unless I have to, or not a fully loaded train, but a train up that hill to the logging camp. I'd rather go down the hill when we go through the logging camp than try to go up that. Alright, so we're going to start slowing her down. I can't believe there's snow on the ground, and we have a caboose. That is so awesome. Oh, and I just passed the line I was talking about. And I just hit that switch. Lovely. Okay, so in that case, put that forward. We'll go forward a little bit, get out of the switch. And I think we'll just actually just take that straight back. Okay, we'll flip that. Okay. Actually, I have an idea of how we can do it. Put it on the right side. I still don't want to go that way, but it'll be a lot easier. I don't know, because moving the locomotive around would be pretty easy. Yeah, we'll just do it this way. Alrighty, so we should, yep, switch there, which is our main line. Both of those two tracks both have tier 3s on it, which will be awesome when we need to go back over, or take a load of cordwood over to the smelter, but at the moment we don't need to. I think we need to first take beams and lumber up to the iron mine is what we need to start working on. So, well, but we also need to do logs, and we need to fix that track. So we have our work set out for us in the next couple episodes or so. Okay, so we need to go to, I think it's through that switch right there. Is the one that we need to go into. Throw about a 40% brake. We'll hit this switch. And then it's the one right after link that we need to flip. Oh, it's already flipped, okay. That works. And then once we hook the caboose up, we can pull the cars to the end this way, and then that way we can, when we get link fixed around, we can pull them into the siding, and that way we're not tying up the main, or the line into the crossover. Because you don't want to be tying up any other lines than as much as possible. Obviously, in scenarios like this where we're moving, we're tying up this line for a second, but we're only going to be on it for a second because we're going to go through that switch, and then bam, this line is clear. So since we're in the yard, though, we are going to go to a slower speed. And we'll flip this switch as soon as we get through it. Okay. Now, we just got to go back until we get to the other cars. We're going to go through the caboose. Put our coupler on that side. And we'll use the caboose's brakes to stop us. So I don't think Betsy should have any regulator pressure going. Hey, Link. Look what we got. We got a nice big red caboose. Yeah. Yes, what I thought, Link. Oh, there's Davis. Davis missed it. Hey, Davis. Look what we got. A caboose. Okay. And that caboose has got some great brakes. Let me tell you. Actually, there's nothing on the actual locomotive here, too, that I could throw it on. Nope, don't see anything for lanterns. Alright, so that means we are ready to go. We've got our nice tender, or our caboose, and our train in the nice snow. But that is going to be all for today's video, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, leave a like button, or leave a like. And don't forget to subscribe for more.